What happened when a teacher broke the rules? My chemistry teacher, Mr. Santiago, had one rule that everyone knew. Absolutely no phones during lab experiments. Period. He'd confiscated dozens that semester. So when mine started buzzing non-stop during our titration lab, the entire class froze. Everyone watched as Mr. Santiago marched across the room, his face set in that familiar scowl. "Hand it over, Daniel," he said, extending his palm. But when he glanced at my screen, his expression completely changed. His face went white. "Dad's in the ER. Come now. Mom. 23 missed calls. 12 voicemails." The whole class went dead silent. Mr. Santiago stared at the phone, then looked at me with something I'd never seen before. Pure understanding. "Pack up your stuff right now," he said quietly. "But Mr. Santiago, you can't leave school during pack your stuff." He grabbed his car keys from his desk drawer, turned to the class and said, "Read chapter 12. Take notes. I'll be back." Alyssa raised her hand. "But what about the lab? Clean up your stations. The lab can wait." We bolted down the empty hallway. In the parking lot, he unlocked his beat-up Honda Civic and we jumped in. The second we hit the main road, he floored it. 60 in a 35, 80 in a 55. "My father had a massive heart attack when I was 17, he said, knuckles white on the steering wheel. "I was in algebra class. Asked to leave 3 times. He ran a red light. My teacher said the test was more important than my family drama. Wouldn't let me go. We screeched around a corner. He died while I sat there solving for X. We pulled into the hospital parking lot on 2 wheels. I ran inside, found my mom sobbing in the waiting room. Dad was stable. Bad fall off a ladder, broken ribs, but alive." "How did you get here so fast?" Mom asked. I looked back through the glass doors. Mr. Santiago was already gone. Monday morning, I walked into chemistry expecting everything to be normal, but Principal Dalton was standing at the front of the classroom, arms crossed. "Mr. Santiago," he said coldly. "My office, now." The whole class exchanged glances. We all knew why. 20 minutes later, Mr. Santiago returned, looking grim. As soon as Principal Dalton left, Alyssa shot up from her seat. "Someone snitched," she announced. "Dalton knows you left campus." "What did you tell him?" Ethan asked. Mr. Santiago shrugged. "The truth, that I violated district policy by leaving during class hours." Riley gasped. "Are you getting fired?" "Probably suspended. Maybe worse." That's when Alyssa did something incredible. She stood up, cleared her throat, and said in a loud voice, "Mr. Santiago, I need to report a medical emergency." We all stared at her. "Friday during lab, half the class got severe food poisoning. You had no choice but to escort us to the nurse's office. Remember?" Understanding dawned on Ethan's face. "Oh yeah," he said, clutching his stomach dramatically. "Worst stomach bug of my life." "Definitely food poisoning," Riley added. "Had to leave immediately. Could barely walk," said Jaden. "Life-threatening situation," said Madison. One by one, every single student in that class backed up Alyssa's story. Even kids who usually hated Mr. Santiago. Even the ones who'd failed his tests. 28 students. Same exact story. Straight faces. When Principal Dalton returned an hour later to investigate the incident, he interviewed 6 random students. "Food poisoning," said the first. "Emergency situation," said the second. "Mr. Santiago saved our lives," said the third. Dalton looked increasingly frustrated. "So none of you saw Mr. Santiago leave campus for any other reason?" "What other reason?" Alyssa asked innocently. "He was helping 6 students." Principal Dalton left empty-handed. No witnesses, no evidence, no violation. That afternoon, Mr. Santiago found a folded piece of paper on his desk. "Thanks for teaching us the most important lesson of all, that some rules are meant to be broken when it matters." It wasn't signed. 28 different handwriting styles. He never found out who organized it. We never told him it was Alyssa's idea. But from that day forward, whenever someone's phone rang during lab, Mr. Santiago would just say quietly, "Everything okay at home?" Because sometimes being human matters more than being right.